G'day, how you going? It's the Downunder Gamer here. Welcome back for some Marble World Racing. Today starts the Crash GP series. So we have to determine the teams for Season 1. So we've got our 2 qualifier races to do. So just like with the Mario and the Sonic GPs, we'll have those 2 qualifying races where team members will compete and the bottom teams will not make it through. So in this case, Crash GP has 7 teams. They all got 4 racers in each team. So the way we'll work is this race will have 2 team members from each team, and then the second race will have the other 2 team members. And to make it fair, the first race will be randomly selected as far as the grid goes. Then for the second race, we will do reverse order of how they started from this race to keep it nice and fair. It'll be the same track for both qualifying races. And at the end of it, the bottom ranked team will miss out on Season 1, and they will have to wait until Season 2 to get their debut. And at the end of Season 1, whoever is ranked lowest in the team standings, they will get replaced by the team that didn't get to compete this season. So we'll head over to the track side, get ready for qualifying race number 1 of 2 for the Crash GP. And we're off and rolling for the first qualifying race here at Winter Velocity. Forgot to mention the track in our little intro there, but we are at Winter Velocity. It's a fairly long track, so just the 5 laps. Marbles have a couple of paths they can take, so if you can manage to stay up the top there, you can glide down and try and skip some of the obstacles. Entering the little dusty town section. There's a little bit of wind to blow our marbles forwards. So Pasadena out in front right now, through the little smog. We'll go up the loop-de-loop. There's also the wormhole that can get you to skip that loop-de-loop. So right now, Pasadena and Dingadal fighting for the lead. Making their way through the little musical bridge. So Pasadena out in front onto lap 2. Zam closing in behind. And we got Zam, Pasadena, Dingadal, Papu Papu, and Cortex currently sitting in the top 5. So each team has 2 members in this race representing their teams. And then for the second race, we'll have the other 2 team members competing. So right now, Zam for Team Oxide out in the lead. Bottom team at the end of these 2 qualifying races will miss out on Season 1. So Zam just hit that teleporter. Going up the conveyor belt now. Then we can see Pasadena and Dingadal close behind. Have a look at this battle for second place. So we got Dingadal and Pasadena. Bit of contact there. So Zam not too far ahead. There's some little boost pads right before the finish line. Try and get that little bit of a boost going. Dingadal currently 3.5 seconds back from the leader. So then we've got Pasadena and Dingadal fighting for second. Papu Papu and Entrance not too far behind. So Team Trance up there in the top 5. So you really want to try and stay on those cogs. If you fall off the cogs, there's a little bit of a slow down penalty. Oh, Papu Papu found a way to come off the track there. That was unfortunate there for team for the CTR bosses. So Papu Papu took a bit too much speed and came off the track. In fact, there was someone else that just went off. Crash also coming off the track. Pasadena is taking the lead, so she's obviously gone through that wormhole. Found her way up to the top. So there's a bit of a gap now. Pasadena ahead with Zam not too far behind. Making their way through the turns, try and get some boosts from those pads. Then we got this little divider section here. Pasadena going a bit slow through there. Hopefully we won't get too many DNFs this time around. Pasadena looks like she's going to take the gliding section. So she's able to dodge those little spinners. Couldn't stay on the cogs. Zam also unable to keep on the cogs. So they head their way to the little dusty town. Getting blown through with all the wind. So Pasadena and Zam, close battle. Pasadena takes the long way around. Zam takes the lead. It's got the three-way intersection back there. You can take the loop-de-loop, try and take the shortcut through the wormhole, or take the long way around, which also goes to the wormhole, but there's a longer path to get there. So Zam and Pasadena very close. Dingadale not too far away. On the final lap now. So close between the couple there. Dingadale also closing in. It all comes down to how they can manage through. Oh, Zam gets a bit of a bad bounce and can't make it. So Pasadena trying to get through those cogs. Doesn't quite get through it as cleanly as she would have liked. Dingadale has moved up into second place now. Zam was fighting for the lead, has dropped into fifth now. So Pasadena very close. Dingadale right behind. So we head up into this section. Pasadena goes through the loop-de-loop. Making her way up the conveyor belt. So then we've got Dingadale, Von Clutch, Engine, and Zam, our top five there. Then you can see Nash just coming up the top there. So Pasadena in a good spot right now. See how she can make her way through these last sections. Approaching to the finish. Pasadena will get the win. Then we've got Dingadale, Von Clutch, Engine, Zam on board now with Nash. Cortex coming through. Crunk, Ripperoo, Entrance as Coco, and Oxide's the last one of the people still running. We obviously also lost Papu Papu and Crash. We lost them early on in the race. So just waiting for Oxide to get across the finish. And that is it. So Pasadena gets the first race win for our qualifiers. So good job there for Team Tag Team. So then it was Dingadale, Von Clutch, Engine, Zam, Nash, and Cortex, Crunk, Ripperoo, Entrance, Coco, and Nitrous Oxide, with Papu Papu and Crash both crashing out of the race. So it was a 30-second gap from Pasadena all the way down to Oxide. We'll go check the scores and see how that's looking for qualifier race number 1 out of 2. So here are the results after the first qualifier race. We've got Team Tag Team getting the most points there. So 15 points for a race win, then it's 13 points, and then every other position is just 1 point less. And obviously if you get DNF, that's no points. So points added up, we've got Team Tag Team in the lead, then Team Cortex and Team Trance. Team Bandicoot and CTR Bosses, they both had that DNF, so they're both sitting there at the bottom. Team Bandicoot in the danger zone right now. But of course for race number 2, the positions for starting on the grid will be reversed. So those who started at the back will now get to start at the front and vice versa. So a good chance for some teams to get some more points. We'll see how that all plans out tomorrow for qualifier number 2.